hope you're with us earlier this month when we told you about the American Flag Football League, a first-of-its-kind professional flag football league that provides a platform for athletes to continue their careers.
The inaugural game is being played tomorrow night at San Jose Zavalla Stadium, featuring names that include Michael Vick and Terrell Owens.
And providing the color commentary is a familiar face to all you 49er fans. Former 49er quarterback Jeff Garcia joining us live from the stadium. Jeff, good morning to you.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We're good. My first question is, why in the world aren't you on the field taking the snaps here? Why are you grabbing a microphone and going to be doing the color commentary?
Hey, it's not a choice. Believe me, I'm pushing to be on the field. I'm going to showcase that today in our practice, in our little practice game. They may have to put me on the field tomorrow night, so we'll see.
You know, Jeff, a lot of people remember when you play with the Niners, and they're still big fans. When you come to the Bay Area, do people still stop you and say, hey, man, we loved you. Thank you for what you did those years?
There's definitely recognition, and I appreciate all of that from the fans. Had some great years here in San Francisco with the Niners, as well as going to San Jose State, being a Spartan, growing up in the area. There's always those people out there that, hey, they still want me back in some ways. And,
Why not? Why not?
I've tried to get back. I've tried to get back on the coaching side of things, but at the end of the day, hey, I have a family, and I'm enjoying being a dad, and I'm coaching up my kids and their activities. And, you know, the Bay Area is something that's very special to my heart. It's a place that I'd love to come back to. So
let's talk about flag football. It's supposed to be a faster and safer version of what we're used to seeing in the NFL. Are the emotions, is the competitiveness still at that high NFL level?
I think there's definitely going to be a high competitive atmosphere or environment here. I think the intensity will still be at a high level. But obviously, you're missing the contact, and people love the contact. That's why the NFL game is so popular amongst not just the United States, but the world. But this gives guys an opportunity to showcase their abilities who may still be able to play in the NFL, just looking for that opportunity to get back into the league. And there's definitely going to be some talent out here. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, Jeff, you mentioned about your children. What's your take on, where I live here in the Bay Area, I've seen more and more, children doing flag football and not necessarily Pop Warner. Do you think that Pop Warner should be eliminated, in the country here?
I don't think that it should be eliminated. I think maybe the younger ages, the starting age of Pop Warner should be upped. Let's not start kids at 7, 8 years old with helmets on, with shoulder pads on. They're too young to even really control the gear that they're wearing, let alone see what's happening on the field. I think flag football is a great introduction. We see a lot of parents that are pushing their kids more toward that way of starting, that introduction to the game. My kids have started in flag football, but I do believe that prior to getting into high school, if somebody is passionate about the game, want to play the game of contact football, they need to be introduced to that by 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. You don't want to go into high school having never been hit before, and I think that's the important part of Pop Warner.
I was going to say flag football has a lot of what people love about football. It has passing, it has receivers running routes, the long pass, and there's no one rushing the quarterback, but you still have to be quick. Can you explain how flag football may be good enough for a lot of players?
Well, it definitely introduces concepts, and you start to learn the game, whether it's a wide receiver learning to run a route properly, a quarterback learning to see what a defense is doing, make proper decisions, and timing. It's all about timing. You also get the trick plays involved, the reverses, the double passes, all those things that make football fun. And for kids, that's a great way to start and to get them excited about the game. And if they want to continue to grow in the game, then eventually they make the transition. But it's a great way to start, to introduce the game, to get the concepts of the game, angles on defense, understanding how to track down an offensive player, hey, pull a flag, be aggressive in those sort of ways. So there are a lot of things that do translate into real football.
Jeff, just last week, Warren Sapp came out and he said, he needs help, that he can't even remember going to certain friends' homes and directions and grocery lists. I mean, I'm curious, just checking in on your health after your years in Canada and then the NFL. How are you feeling right now?
I'm fortunate. I feel pretty good. I'm also going through the concussion protocol, and I'll be tested, and we'll tap into what my memory is all about. I think I have a selective memory more than anything else, but, it's one of those things that it's not really anything to laugh about, because there are a lot of guys that are struggling. They're dealing with some situations that are painful and also very costly in what their future holds. And so it's important that the NFL really support the guys that really battled for them throughout the years to create the game that it is today, to really get behind this and support them in helping them to hopefully have a better life than what they're currently going through right now.
All right, Jeff Garcia, a joy and an honor to have you join us this morning.
Still
Thank
have a
you
lot
so
of fans,
much.
Jeff.
Well, hey, come join us tomorrow night, Tuesday night at Avaya Stadium. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Love it.
Love to. We have all the information you at home need to join Jeff Garcia and others on the Flag Football League's inaugural game, including how to get tickets to that game. It's all waiting for you at KTVU.com. Look for it when you're on the web link section under the Mornings on 2 tab. You'll also find it on our KTVU mobile app.
Have you ever